WebP. Who can talk about WebP?
Well, I can tell you it's a file format that was created by Google.
Right. Well, here's the link for WebP. I didn't get as far as this one. I would have liked to, but theoretically, you should be able to upload a WebP file and it will work. So let's go and do it then, shall we? Share. Right, I'm sharing Chrome again.
Yeah.
That's not the right one. Can you see my Explorer dialog or not?
No.
No.
Let me see that you're about to upload an image, I think, but it hasn't shown us anything up.
Yeah, right.
As my headphones battery ran out, so I was trying to talk to you all without it working. The WebP is actually quite exciting because it is a really efficient compression compared to JPEGs and PNG. So if you want to reduce, how much bandwidth and space and load up times for your website, it's a great option. But you just have to remember that not all browsers support it. So if you want things to be backward compatible more easily, or older versions of browsers supporting it, then it may not be the solution for you. Not at the moment anyway, but more and more people are using it. There's some really good guides out there about WebP support in WordPress too. So if you haven't used it yet, it is worth having a look at.
Google's attempt to take over the internet.
Well, I think it's just another option that you have, and from that perspective, for lots of people, it will be great. But the point is, it's going to be natively supported, so you don't have to do a lot of extra work if you want to use it. So if you upload it into the WordPress media library, you don't have to do anything else. It allows you to use it. But what it doesn't do, as far as I understand, you can't convert other image formats like JPEG to WebP in the media library or anything else.
Yeah, that's right.
So if anyone's trying to do that, you won't be able to do that. I'm not sure if that's something that it should be anyway, because I think if you're going to make another file, I think my gut instinct would be not to do it in a media library anyway, was to be doing it locally, so you've got a version. But it's I think Olga will probably correct me if I'm wrong. It's WebP format's about 30% smaller in size than JPEG or PNG.
I didn't count, but it's significant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There are plugins which are duplicating your content into WebP.
And I think it's supposed to retain just slightly lower image quality than the original, but it's still good for web use.
Okay.
Worse, but it's very difficult to see this difference. So
yeah.
But I know Search Engine Journals last month, I think it was, did a piece, I'll try and find it for you, about it being, it'll help make sites a lot faster. I've just shared it in the chat.
Bear in mind that the latest version of Photoshop you can't save an image as a WebP.
Yeah, some people switch off this ability to load WebP in their browsers because they like download images to put on I don't know, on screenshot on screen servers or something like this, and they doing this continuously. I know such people, so they don't want WebP at all.
So, but I think it depends what you want, isn't it? And that you can get a better quality image at a much smaller size. And according to Search Engine Journal, images are 26% smaller than the original. And they can be up to 34%. And
so then we have the image for the Kismet banner. And if we inspect that and have a look at that, it says it's 114 kilobytes in size.
May I interject for a moment, Herb?
Yeah.
I found that I've got Photoshop Elements, and I found there's a plugin that you can download, and I've downloaded it, and I can now save images as WebP and probably open as well. So if you have got Photoshop or something like that, there is a free plugin available.
Right.
Andrew, could you share a link to that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just ran a little bit of PHP to convert my files to WebP and ran a number of them. So this is what I did a few months ago, and I converted some banner images to WebP. So that's the banner image, which is a WebP version now on WP Pompey. And we can see that it was 114 kilobytes in the original form, and the WebP version is 7.4 kilobytes, which is significantly smaller than 114. Now, that's probably because of the level of compression that I used.
It's also because that particular image has a lot of block color in it, so it's not like a photograph.
So I used
the amount of reduction will depend on the type of image that you save.
Can you repeat that, Drew, because I missed it?
That particular image has a lot of block color in it, so it's a bit closer to a GIF than a photograph, and that's why you're getting a much stronger compression on it. But if it was a photograph with more detail in it, you probably wouldn't see quite the same reduction.
Yeah.
If we look at this website, herbmiller.me, and search for WebP, this image here I used and evaluated how much smaller it got, and you can see if I reduce the quality of the image, can you actually tell whether or not the picture is any worse?
Not through zoom compression, but
and here is the chart showing what happened when I did 100 images. Have a read of that. herbmiller.me, image size reduction by quality.
lovely. Okay.
So now I can probably just upload the WebP versions and off I go. So according to Can I Use, if we click on that link, that should, I'm not sharing that, am I?
No.
From current slide. So if we click on Can I Use, it says is supported in all modern browsers. Now I think that means that my iPad here doesn't have a modern browser because it's got Safari 12 or something in it, and therefore I can't see my WebP images. Whether or not WordPress provides the fallback stuff, I don't know.
No, I don't think it does, and that's part of the issue. If you do know you need to support older browsers, then you might not want to jump on WebP just yet.
Yeah.
And I also believe that when you upload an image to the media library and WordPress does the smaller versions, depending on your theme, you might have different sizes saved in your media library.
Yeah.
If your host doesn't support WebP, you might not get any benefit out of the sizing.
According to StatCounter, a number of the visitors to my blog are still using Vista.
Right.
Okay. So, you know, people enforcing WebP on them are not going to get any, these people just won't move. It ain't broke, so don't fix it types.
Wow.